Welcome to this practice session for the California Boating License Test. Under which condition is a person at greatest risk of developing hypothermia? Being immersed in cold water. Immersion causes the body to lose heat much faster than exposure to cold air. Ready for the next one. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration BAT limit for operating a vessel in California for a person 21 years or older? 0.08% or greater. This is the legal limit for BUI, boating under the influence, for adult operators. Time for a new question. Which side of the vessel is the port side? The left side when facing the bow. Front. Port is the left side of the boat. Moving along now. What does a white marker buoy with an orange circle and a cross inside mean? Vessel exclusion area, e.g. swimming or dam area. The cross diamond means keep out or prohibited area. Let's see this one. What is the main factor to consider when planning your vessel's approach to a dock? Strength of the wind or current. The wind or current is the primary force that must be countered for a safe docking. Next question up. What is the proper procedure for lowering an anchor? Lower it from the bow, front of the boat. Anchoring from the bow is crucial for safety and stability. Take a moment for this one. According to the navigation rules, which factor should be considered in determining a safe speed? The state of visibility and traffic density. Safe speed depends entirely on the current conditions to allow for proper action to avoid collision. On to the next topic. Who has the primary responsibility for the safety of all persons aboard a recreational boat? The boat operator, master. The operator is ultimately responsible for everyone and everything on the boat. Moving ahead. When operating a boat near other vessels, why should you watch your wake? It may cause personal injury or damage to other vessels' property. Boat operators are responsible for any damage or injury caused by their wake. Here's another one. If you see a red buoy when returning from sea inbound, on which side should you pass it? Keep it on your starboard right side. This is the core concept of the red right returning navigation rule. Ready for the next one. In California, what is the maximum speed limit for operating a vessel within 200 feet of a beach or swimming area? 5 miles per hour. This is a regulated speed limit to protect swimmers and the shore. Time for a new question. What is the stand-on vessel required to do when encountering another vessel? Maintain its course and speed. The stand-on vessel must hold steady to allow the give-way vessel to take corrective action. Moving along now. In a situation where two power-driven vessels are crossing, which vessel is the give-way vessel? The vessel that has the other on its starboard right side. The vessel seeing the other to its right must take action to avoid collision. Let's see this one. What must a personal watercraft PWC operator do if they intend to jump the wake of another boat? Stay at least 100 feet away from the other vessel. This is a mandatory safety distance to prevent collision or interference. Next question up. What should you do first if a passenger falls overboard? Throw a Type 4 Coast Guard approved PFD, throwable device, to the passenger. Throwing a PFD immediately provides flotation and marks the person's location. Take a moment for this one. What is the best precaution against carbon monoxide poisoning on a boat? Keep fresh air flowing through the vessel. Good ventilation prevents the buildup of dangerous, invisible, and odorless CO fumes. On to the next topic. Where are gasoline fumes most likely to accumulate in a powerboat? In the bilge, the lowest part of the hull, gasoline fumes are heavier than air and sink to the lowest part of the boat. Moving ahead. On a 15-foot boat, what is the minimum personal flotation device, PFD, requirement? 1 Coast Guard approved PFD for each person on board. For boats under 16 feet, a wearable PFD for every person is the minimum requirement. Here's another one. What should you do with a badly discolored Coast Guard approved life jacket with a torn strap? Discard and replace it. An unserviceable PFD does not meet legal requirements and should be replaced. Ready for the next one. What information can be found on a boat's capacity plate? Maximum weight capacity, horsepower, and number of people. The capacity plate provides the safe operating limits for the boat. Time for a new question. If your boat capsizes, what should you do? Stay with the boat and climb on top of it, if possible. The hull is often the most visible and buoyant object to stay with. Moving along now. What type of hull limits boats to slower speeds and is usually found on large cruisers? Displacement hull. A displacement hull moves through the water by pushing it aside and is limited by hull speed. Let's see this one. A boat that is turned on its side or completely over is best described by what term? Capsizing. Capsizing is the term for a boat turning over. Next question up. What does a flashing blue light indicate in California waters? A law enforcement vessel, a flashing blue light indicates an authorized police vessel. Take a moment for this one. In California, at what BAC level is it illegal for a person younger than 21 to operate a vessel? 0.01% or more. This is California's zero tolerance rule for underage BUI. On to the next topic. What is the rule regarding power-driven vessels meeting head-on? Neither vessel is the stand-on vessel. Both must alter course to starboard, right. Both vessels must take action and pass port to port. Moving ahead. When a power-driven vessel is overtaken by a sailboat, which is the stand-on vessel, the sailboat, the overtaking vessel is always the give-way vessel. The overtaking vessel must always yield regardless of power type. Here's another one. What is the meaning of a lateral marker that is red, even numbered, and has a cone shape? Keep it on your starboard right side when returning from sea Phaeacy. This describes a nun buoy, which is on the right side of the channel when returning from sea. Ready for the next one. What should you do immediately if you hear the fog signal of another boat you cannot see? Slow to minimum speed, safe speed, and navigate with extreme caution. The rule is to reduce speed and be ready to stop in case of a close encounter. Time for a new question. Which type of PFD is designed for calm, inland water and has less buoyancy? Type 3, flotation aid. Type 3 PFDs are comfortable for continuous wear, but designed for calm, near-shore use. Moving along now. What is the best type of fire extinguisher for extinguishing fires involving flammable liquids like gasoline or oil? Class B. Class B extinguishers are specifically designed for flammable liquid fires. Let's see this one. What does the acronym HELP stand for in a cold water emergency? Heat escape lessening posture. The HEL position is designed to minimize heat loss when alone in cold water. Next question up. Which of the following is an example of negligent or reckless operation in California? Weaving through heavy traffic or operating in a marked swimming area. These actions violate basic safety rules and are considered negligent. Take a moment for this one. When must a vessel display its proper navigation lights? Between sunset and sunrise and during periods of restricted visibility, navigation lights are required anytime visibility is reduced. On to the next topic. What is the distance a skier down flag must be displayed from the boat in California? A vertical distance of 7 feet or more above the highest point of the boat. This vertical distance ensures the flag is clearly visible to other boaters. Moving ahead. When towing a person on water skis or a similar device, what is the California legal requirement for the vessel? It must have a person other than the operator observing the person being towed. The observer is required to continuously watch the person being towed. Here's another one. What does a red and white diamond shape on a regulatory marker buoy indicate? Danger or hazard. The diamond symbol warns of a dangerous condition, such as rocks or submerged objects. Ready for the next one. What is the primary function of the emergency cutoff switch lanyard on a PWC or small motorboat? To stop the engine if the operator falls overboard. The lanyard is a safety device designed to immediately shut down the engine in a fall. Time for a new question. How will a boat perform if it is loaded beyond its capacity, as listed on the capacity plate? It will be difficult to control and unstable. Overloading severely affects the boat's stability and handling. Moving along now. What is the main cause of fatalities involving small vessels? Drowning from falls overboard or capsizing. The lack of PFD use combined with falls or capsizing is the leading cause of death in boating. Let's see this one. What does a green navigation light indicate when seen at night? The vessel's starboard right side. The green light is mounted on the right side of the boat. Next question up. When passing under a bridge in a congested area, which action is necessary? Maintain a proper lookout and reduce speed to a safe level. This ensures you can react to traffic or unexpected changes in conditions. Take a moment for this one. What are the 4 main types of boat accidents caused by operator error? Improper lookout, excessive speed, inattention, and inexperience. These are the most common contributing factors in boating accidents. On to the next topic. If you are in cold water and cannot get out, you should assume the HLP position or huddle with others to reduce heat loss. These actions are taken to slow the onset of hypothermia. Moving ahead, what is the hull identification number IN primarily used for? To register the boat and track it in case of theft. The HEAN is the unique identifier for the vessel. Here's the final question in this format. A white buoy with an orange square on it is a regulatory marker that provides what kind of information? Information or direction, e.g. fuel station, port. The square symbol on a regulatory marker is used to convey non-regulatory information, such as directions, distances, or locations. That concludes our review of the California Boating License Test questions. Have a safe voyage.